Hello.
Hi.
How are you,
Hi,
darling?
Ken. Great.
Welcome to
I'm doing
Boo.
wonderful.
Thank you. So do
Boo,
you. I'm loving your
boo,
hair.
boo. Thanks. So we're opening this episode number two, Dos, for our Spanish-speaking friends. What the fudge just happened? What? What? Why were there balloons? What just
I don't know,
happened?
but I loved
Oh my gosh. For
it.
those of you who aren't on the YouTube feed, a bunch of balloons just flew past my face and I don't know why. What the fudge? Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was.
Um,
I thought that you were like, ta-da! I need to apologize.
it was kind of perfect, but not planned. So, formal apology to Ken because I completely told him that this was bitchin' and boozin', and then I got our cover back from my friend who designed it for us. Shout out to Mark Nishan. And
High
it's
five.
clearly boozing and bitching.
Yes, I did.
Ooh, yeah. So today I'm going to learn the name of my own podcast. You're welcome. Cheese and rice.
Al. Uh, well, let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about some boozing, shall we? What
Yes.
you
What are you
drinking,
drinking,
darling?
Ken? Oh, okay. I'll go first. Okay. So I got the new Beaujolais for the year, so 2023, and I was saying it's a tad fruity, fruity.
Fruity.
So, but
Yes, well, so am
a
I.
little, it's a little fruity, but it's good still. Clearly, because I have no problems drinking it.
Hmm.
So.
Something that's like that fruit forward is always good to have, like the chocolate, because it's kind of a little matchy matchy, you know.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Um, because I was like with dark chocolate and like a Zinfandel, that's always good together. So if it's something very fruit forward, that's always good to do. And then
Okay.
or if you want to do like the exact opposite, do something like if you do like a charred steak, you get that char and you get fruit that kind of goes together. You know what I mean?
Like a little
Or
cancer in my steak, you mean? A little
exactly.
carcinogenic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
Okay.
was like,
I'm on that.
mm. And then
Delightful.
what is the name of the Beaujolais? Is it just Beaujolais? Never mind.
Beaujolais? Beaujolais French?
Bonjour. Um,
Oui, oui.
oh shit, I fucked up my own joke. Um, I didn't want to do that. I just started drinking. All right, so I got. Can you?
There we
It's
go.
called Smashberry. It's a rosé.
Oh,
Uh,
rosé all day.
rosé all day. Rosé. Um, right.
I
Um,
swear you make shit up. I don't even.
just like my little
Rosé.
Rolodex of shit that just comes flying out of my mouth. I call it gay Tourette's. Um, so, because especially like with Thanksgiving, we'll be talking about Thanksgiving in a second. A lot of people like to, we do the whites and so on and so forth, white wines, for summer and spring and summer, and then we.
We
Thanks for
pull
getting
out
that.
some.
Maybe just clarify.
Have my white
Um,
friends over in the summer.
and So I kind of like to, change it up a little bit. But when, because especially for Thanksgiving, you're always doing turkey and so on and so forth. So I usually like to do rosés. And my
Nice.
favorite rosé that I usually get, I can't find right now. It's from my friends Craig and Vicky. They have the Maryhill Winery in Washington. And it's called Rosé of Sangiovese. And I love it. And my place, the place that I go to, they always have it except for today. So,
Aw.
so I got
Aw.
smashed berry instead,
Mm.
which is it's tasty. It's
Good.
it looks like it's going to be a lot sweeter, so I was really kind of worried about that, more white Zinfandelish, but it's
Mm.
not. It's got a lot of fruit to
Mm.
it, but it's dry,
Oh, good.
like
Try
my
like your humor.
We finish each other's insults. I love it.
Oh, that was special.
So, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. My daughter was home the whole weekend and we had a
Yes.
great time. I think that's leading, like, I have a Monday blues today, kind of,
Okay.
hmm. Like, she's gone and the house is kind of quiet except for the cats. And,
Uh-oh.
Jay and I stare at each other like, mm, you're fine, but Sophie would be better. So. Oh no, she's just at that age where you're like, I really like being with you,
Yeah.
She's not whining, she's not bitching, she's not giving you that look with the eyes rolled back, you
Yeah.
know?
Uh,
So
well, but of course, she's also at that
that's,
age where she needs to, spread her wings and fly.
I was gonna
Um,
say, are you gonna break into song?
I was about to, and then I was like, I don't know, have to pay. Do we have to pay rights? Um,
Just sing it poorly.
excuse me. Um,
I beg your pardon.
uh, yeah, I sound like the love child of Kathleen Turner and Elaine Stritch. But
So how
so,
was
but
yours?
food wise, there was lots of food. I'm assuming, Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, it was. I kind of phoned it in because we had done a Friendsgiving that Sunday,
Okay.
and that's where I really tried to shine.
No, yeah,
And
as your friend is, okay.
had some good stuff. Yeah, and the turkey was really good. You have to brine it. You always have to brine the turkey, otherwise it's not moist. People don't like that word, but you want a
I love
moist
using it
turkey.
just because it grosses people out.
Moist. Yeah.
Moist.
So, but yeah, so that was really good. What the fudge did I make? Oh, I made homemade mac and cheese. Mac and
Who was it?
cheese.
I don't
Homemade
talk to me.
mac
What is this?
and homemade macaroni and cheese.
I heard. I was like,
Talk to me,
I
what
was
is
like,
this?
I've never heard of it. All
I
right.
only make hot dish. My name is Ken and I'm from Minnesota.
Oh, it's real good here. Yeah, thanks a bundle. I brought some
Oh
Ludafest.
gosh.
Oh,
That sounds terrible.
oh, it's disgusting. It's the
Oh.
worst thing I've ever put in my mouth, and I've had a lot.
Oh, just the door opened and everything
I
came
came in
coming out
like
the
a yeah.
door. Oh
Uh,
gosh. So yes, it was good. And how was yours?
I had to work. Um,
Mm.
so
How is the restaurant on Thanksgiving Day if it's not a Chinese restaurant?
bonkers.
Really?
Yeah, we were packed all day. It was great. And people are just, and especially people who don't have big families, or they're alone, or they're rich and they don't know how to cook. So I'll take them all. And so I did open to close my.
Amazing.
So I was
Wow.
scheduled for one shift, and then one of my family's in Michigan, so I was just home for a good part of the summer. So I was like,
Right.
I'm gonna stay here, and you guys be with your family. I'll pick up your shift. So, um,
Aw. Super
and
Ken.
my feet were hurting, but I cried all the way to the bank. Let me tell you. So,
Nice. Good
so
deal.
yeah,
Delightful people?
yes, yes, very much so.
Good.
I I can't
Good
even think
deal.
of one negative thing. I mean, everyone's in a good mood,
It's like
and
it's like they were thankful for the
right,
day.
yeah. Even
There was
though
a
they were with the
theme.
family, so it can always go two ways. But everyone has to be on their
True.
best behavior because they're in public, for the most
True.
part. And then, and how much can you complain? You don't have to bring any food. Someone cooks it. Someone,
Right.
cleans it up.
Nice.
Someone else, does the dishes. Deuces, get out. You know.
Do they do a traditional, like, do they offer a Thanksgiving meal on
Yes.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if I could probably say the restaurant that I work at, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so why not?
Why
I work at
wouldn't
Capital
you?
Grill. um,
You
that's
work at you work at a nudie club, right? Yes.
um, yeah, no, I work at Capitol Grill, and it's a fabulous steakhouse, and
Yeah.
so um, yeah, so it was great. So and then
Good
at
deal.
least you can just order whatever the hell you want. You can have a steak, you can have chicken, you can get the turkey dinner if you want the turkey, whatever. So and someone else does the dishes. Perfect.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Right? And then making the drinks too. Love it.
Exactly. You don't have to get
Well,
up.
good deal.
Mhm.
Okay, so you and I both actually went to the theater
Oh, that's
since we
right.
last talked.
So
Yes.
what did so
So
what did you see?
I finally went and saw Book of Mormon. And of course, it's by, for those who don't know, it's by, now I sound like thou who shall not be named, but it's, for those who don't know, it's written by the South Park guys. And originally on Broadway, it was Josh Gad and that other hot guy, the other hot gay guy. Yeah. So, who now have a new one out on Broadway, the Gutenberg one.
Yeah,
Yes.
which when I was just in
So,
New York, I walked past the theater, and a friend of mine and we just kind of walked past. We were like, no, and then now I'm hearing such great things about it. I'm like, well, you know,
well, yeah, I mean, it's just Gad and the other hot guys. So,
right. So I was just
but
like, well, this is probably
yeah.
just like a vanity piece. So I didn't really care. And
Mm,
then now I'm hearing it. Well, and I'm sure it is a vanity piece. I mean, it's a two-person show. Um, but I
yeah.
hear that's a
So,
damn good vanity piece.
but so yeah, so we saw Book of Mormon. I enjoyed it. Jason loved it. And so he was just tickled pink. I liked it, and then I saw some bloopers on a TikTok, and I'm really upset that in the one dancing number, the Starbucks cup didn't fall over, flailing its legs up in the air,
That was really funny
and the
because I
show
think you
must go
said that
on
to me.
because everybody else is dancing, and so, but yeah. But it was delightful, and somebody had brought their child with them, and I thought, was this on purpose? Because there was
Yeah.
clearly a disclaimer, and if you do your research, you should know it's going to be a lot of discussion about either, ass fucking or fisting or whatever. It's the South
Yeah.
Park guys.
There is the one entire
So
song that is, and I'm not gonna say the name, but it's basically "F off God," and and it's if you're offended by that, then
yeah,
maybe not want to see the
not for
show.
you,
Yeah.
right? Might not be in your wheelhouse.
Woo! I
So
mean, I'm not easily like shocked, but when I saw that production a number of years, probably like 8 or 10 years ago, I mean, I was just like, oh my god.
kept looking around like,
Yeah.
lightning gonna strike? Yeah.
Well, because and I'm not kidding you, there were two nuns, like 4 or 5
Shut
rows ahead.
up.
I'm as
Shut
serious
up.
as Joan Baez, girl. I could not. I was like, what?
Oh,
So,
oh
but they stayed for
wow.
the entire show. So,
Kudos to them.
yeah,
Open-minded.
yeah,
Didn't get their habit in a bunch.
yeah, exactly. Mm.
So
So,
yes, so it was delightful.
good,
So what
good.
did you
Glad to
see,
hear.
Ken?
I went to go see one of my favorite shows of all time, Stephen Sondheim's Company. Which is
Ooh.
just, I love that show so much. And it just has so many fantastic songs. The most famous being "Ladies Who Lunch," sung by my darling Elaine Stritch. But yeah, it was a fantastic. They updated it because it was
Yeah?
originally like 1970, I want to say, and about a group of friends, a man and his all coupled friends,
Oh,
and
okay.
so and they're all trying to. They wonder why he's single and blah 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 blah. And they updated it and did more diverse casting. There's a gay
Okay.
couple. The
Oh,
Bobby, who's the male lead, is now a black woman or a mixed race woman. I get, you know. It was great.
really?
Yeah, it was really well done.
Nice.
Yeah, and cell phones and selfies and um,
Oh, wow. So they really updated it.
yeah, and it really felt like, especially just being in New York just recently, you know, the teeny tiny apartment, and so they really
Mm.
gave it a New York feel.
Oh,
Uh,
interesting.
yeah, the only thing there was a couple pacing issues that I had, um, and then they had this one joke. I mean, everything else was updated. And all these people were
Okay.
like in their 30s to 40s, our age. um, and um, and they made an Ann Miller joke. And for the other two
Um,
people in the world who know who Ann Miller is, she was a movie star from the 30s and 40s, and she wasn't really the star. She was character
oh,
actress. And I was just like, well, that one just. And of course, I laughed my ass off, but I was the only one.
right.
You know,
Party of one, Ken. Yeah.
I was like, anyone else? No, no. All right.
Anyone? Anyone?
Just
Bueller?
see me after the
Bueller?
show. I'll explain the joke. But
I have a PowerPoint ready. Hold on.
I brought my little erase board. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting. They chose
yeah.
to keep that. Damn.
Yeah. I was like, you could have found someone. At least
So
someone's
you
going to
bring
believe
up
it.
a point about how when you have an old musical and then they change it, they update it for the here and now, which I find which is good, could be good, like you said, because it's relatable now with the selfies and everything. But then is the sometimes the language gets cleaned up because it was offensive at the time. And I always
Yeah.
wonder, is that really right though? Because it was written at a certain time for a certain audience, but should we change it? Because I mean, that's the way it was. It's kind of like like literature, you know. I mean, literature stays. It's like the N word is in Huckleberry Finn, like 348 times or whatnot. But do you censor that? Do you change it? Or that's the time, that's the way it was, and you need to understand how it was and why we
How that
learn from
was.
the past,
And,
you
and of
know?
course, hey, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, that just, then it shows that you're showing empathy. And then also, it's just showing that, that if it makes you feel uncomfortable, then that's probably how other people felt too, especially when they were called it. Um, so yeah,
Right? I mean, I don't
but
know. I mean,
the
I
thing
don't.
the thing with company was Stephen Sondheim was a part of that. So that was all he helped redo the revival just before he died.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, no shit.
so
Oh.
that had his blessing, you know, but
Oh, fascinating. Yeah.
but it's it's but someone decided to do that with Mark Twain, then it's like no.
Right.
So
Well, like, so evidently, now I've not seen Miss Saigon in like 15 years, but evidently Miss
oh my god,
Saigon has been changed.
really?
Shush. It's
Did you?
okay, it's been a
That
long
was
time.
Tim Rice. No, what? Who?
Yeah.
Damn, I can't remember who did it.
It was Elton John and Bernie Taupin. No, just kidding. I don't know.
I was
It
like,
was, yeah, right.
you almost had me for a second there. I was like, oh my god.
Can
Oh,
you
now I'm just
feel?
irritated with myself for not. So they upped. And so I'm assuming a lot of the
Well,
slurs were
okay.
taken out.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm famous for reading headlines of articles and then never reading the article and then
Sounds
expounding on
good too.
stuff I really don't know about.
Okay.
So don't quote me, but there's something about um the whole white saviorism and white Ellen, they've changed that a little bit, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. This is a good opportunity for our two listeners now that we've picked up another one. It's a good opportunity for them to go Google this because it's Googleable. But yeah, I
Because
mean,
I'm
the
busy
fact
and I'm
that
tipsy.
very important. Acquisitions and mergers. But I
Oh,
mean, Ellen, they did something with Ellen and her because she was all pissy. It's her or is it me? That song. I think it's out, and they put a whole different song in or
oh,
something.
really?
And then one of these chinks here will be Miss Saigon. I don't know. I think they changed that. I mean, but again, it's a period piece. It's like watching.
Right.
Would you go back and do Full Metal Jacket and then just change all of the
Yeah,
slur words?
I know.
Well, no, because that's probably how they treated the women at the time in the movie. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
Ugh, I know.
Whatever. But, I mean, things have to change. Otherwise, you'd never see a black person in Seven Brides for Seven Brothers or,
Exactly.
Oklahoma or
Yeah.
whatever. And then it'd
Oh,
be, you have
speaking
to
of
do
which, I was
colorblind
like,
casting or what?
I think it was like a year or two ago. Let's say 2 years.
Oh, wait, is this the performance you didn't even make it through?
Yes, of Oklahoma, and they did the
Yeah. Oh.
revival, and I've done Oklahoma a couple times. Yes, it's a cheese ball, but if it's done well, you're having a great time. And
Lots of
um,
familiar songs. Even if you don't know
exactly,
them,
and
all
plus
of
we
a
get a
sudden
song.
you're singing them. Yes.
Exactly. Chicks and ducks and geese and skinny. Um, and the uh, the revival, there's no chorus.
This is in your city, right?
This is yeah.
In your city?
It was a touring
Okay.
production, the Broadway.
Okay.
For anyone
So this
else
is
who
supposed to
loved
be
it,
good.
I please do not accept my apology. I hated that show so much. And they did the fabulous diverse casting, and so that doesn't bother me. I don't give a shit. Um,
Right.
but uh, but they had no chorus, and so any like upbeat song, they slowed down. So it was like
Oh.
chicks and ducks and geese. That I'm like, hurry the fuck up! Song should be done over already. And they were doing like all this edgy stuff, and like, was it set back in the old timey days, or was it set in today's day? I don't know, because
Oh.
yeah, they were talking about
Like pick a
Surrey with a fringe on top, but they had igloo coolers. It was so weird. And
pick a
then
time period and stay with it.
yeah, and then they had the one scene. What's his name? Jed, the villain.
Okay.
Is he and whoever Curly, I think they have their scene, and the lights go up like every fucking light in the place. And I was like, did someone?
Okay.
This happens at the restaurant every now and then when someone leans against the wall and hits the button.
It's the
I was like, who do we?
yes. Who tripped over
But
the cord?
then all of a sudden they're doing the entire scene in pitch black, and like the four of us, we were all just miserable. I mean,
Wait, they kept
this
going?
well, that's what they were supposed to be doing. That was their thing. And then all of a sudden they get
Oh.
like these what is it? The infrared, the night vision thing.
Oh.
And the
Yeah?
cameras have that, and they're very close on their faces, and they're projected on a screen. It was so weird. So
Oh.
if I don't
Choices
care
were
for a
made.
show, usually even if I don't care for a show, I'm like, I'm gonna wait it out just because second act might turn it around. You never know. Um,
True. True.
but if I'm just completely miserable, I'll wait until intermission. Well,
What?
the entire fucking theater was blacked out. I leaned over to my three friends and I was like, I'm leaving. All four of us stood up at the same time and walked out. I mean,
Oh, you're
God
kidding.
bless.
Oh,
That cast was working their asses off, but it just did not work.
mm,
And the other thing
it
is,
just didn't hit.
they had some people were mic'd and some people weren't, and so
Oh,
and we were, I'm pushing 50, and I was some of the youngest. I was one of the youngest people in the audience.
true story.
I have to
Yep.
grab my
Lots of white
charger. My
hairs.
phone's about to die.
Oh, lots of white hairs going on.
Oh, girl, that
Hmm.
sea cotton.
Mm. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. All right, all right, all right. We're plugged in.
One moment for technical difficulties.
Exactly.
The
I'm a
difficulty
dork and
being
I don't know how to charge
Ken,
my phone. There we go.
and the technical part is the phone. Yeah.
Wow.
You're so adorable.
Oh, I'm a dork.
So wait, okay, were you there? Was Shelly there with you?
Yes,
Okay.
my darling friend Shelley, who now you know, and my
I
friends Adam
adore
and
her.
Cheryl.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so we
I wanted to give a shout out to Shelly for getting what she get, like first runner up in her karaoke contest or something.
that's right. Yes.
Yes. Shout
And
out to Shelly. What?
she really can. I mean, she's got pipes.
I want to hear her. I'm so excited. At the VFW, no less.
Hey,
Yes.
the up, yeah, yeah. She can. That woman can sing. So yeah.
Nice.
Okay, this is just.
Okay. Are you okay? What is going on with you? Are you
So
okay?
my little the thing that's holding my phone is kind
The
of goofy, and so
cord?
I'm
Oh,
fine. I'm fine.
okay.
We'll get through this together.
I'm fine. Everything's
It's like
fine.
that episode of Modern Family.
Wait, this is like when I try to FaceTime Jason's parents and you end up with the face like here and they're looking
Can you see
so,
me?
hello? Hello? Yeah.
Oh,
Bless their heart.
this
It
is
was a
probably one
rough
of those
COVID.
times when you should probably watch the YouTube version of our show. It's more of a visual.
Because Ken's got one good
The
eye.
you probably
One
should
good
watch
eye
the video one. God, I
coming, coming at you.
oh God,
I'm going to technology today.
the technology is great.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm so glad that you enjoyed company. Yay.
So great.
Do you have any future plans for theater or nothing on the
Oh well,
horizon?
actually, I forgot that I saw. I forgot. I'm horrible. I Shelly and I went to go see another show, and it was a Minneapolis show at Theater La
Oh,
Tida. La Tida? Yeah, Theater La
La
Tida.
Ti Da.
La Tida. And they did
That's an
a
adorable name.
production of Falsettos. And
Oh,
have you heard of this one? Because it's kind of like a
not at all.
not at all.
No,
Um,
no.
it's I think it came out in the '90s, and
Okay.
a very small cast. And it's about um, a Jewish gay man, or basically gay man, his ex-wife, child, his lover, and a couple other people. And
Okay.
so it's set in the '80s in New York. So guess what? Whew. Girl, that shit's heavy. Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
mm.
Because does it pull in the whole AIDS
Oh, of
thing
course.
or?
Oh, yeah. And they just tap
Oh,
danced all
okay.
over that fucker. And let me tell you,
Oh,
Shelly and I were in the front
rough.
row just sobbing and holding each other.
Oh, oh no. Oh,
But a gorgeous production,
mm.
amazing voices,
Oh,
and
good for them.
And Theater La Ciudad does a lot of fantastic shows. So, and I think this is one of the first shows of theirs that I've actually seen. I've only heard great things about them. So I'm going to make sure I'm telling everyone to see more of their shows because
Right?
I was really
If it's
impressed.
quality theater and local, I mean,
Yeah, and Minneapolis. I mean, God, Minneapolis has the second highest theater community in the country.
oh wow. I
Yeah,
mean, you
so
are a metropolis. Yeah.
we are.
Even though you're buried under snow most of the time, but
As Prince used to say, it keeps out the bad people. So.
put on your furs and toddle off. There you go to the
Hmm.
theater. So, well, good for you.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
I
and then I
don't.
think the next show that's coming to town is Aladdin.
Um,
Um, so I might be seeing that. I think my friend Kitty um, asked me to go see that one, so I'll probably go see that. So I'm
hmm,
excited.
that'll be fun.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
Aladdin. Um,
I'm pretty
but
sure. I think next on the docket for our theater was for the touring thing was like Beetlejuice or something. But I
that
don't
was
really
just in town.
want. I don't want Jason to feel me up through the whole show, so I probably will pass. But you know,
Just do it before you go to the theater,
and
and then
so I mean, it
So,
is a children's play, so it's quite appropriate to get felt up. So,
actually, it's quite adult.
oh, is it? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
then it makes sense to get felt up then. So,
Well,
okay.
I mean, I'm just saying. Clearly not giving her a pass. Uh, but I was really quite shocked. I mean, because I saw it and I was like, oh wow, there's a lot of
Oh,
you know. I mean, if because you think about it, like it's kind of like a teenage boy kind of a show. You know what I mean? Like, well, maybe no. No, I'm wrong. I'm gonna eat my words.
it's a teenage boy kind of show.
Well, because I'm
Rochelle,
thinking
Rochelle from
like
mid.
I honestly like. Listen,
What the?
I'll take back what I just said.
I love
Especially
it.
since the lead is a teenage girl. Um, but no, it's I mean, there was a lot of adults who I was like, oh,
Oh, okay.
okay. So,
Okay.
so maybe you want to go to the show and get felt up. I
Okay.
mean, I'm just saying.
Maybe. I mean, I have 150 bucks to spare. Why don't I just go to the show and get felt up? Whatever.
See, do you have
Okay.
Vivid Seats? Do you have that app, Vivid Seats?
I do not. Are,
VIVID, Vivid,
are you gonna school? Are
VIVID.
you gonna school me on
I
technology
certainly,
app?
um,
Shut the front door.
I won't. Yeah, Vivid Seats is great because you can. Uh, there's times I'll just be I'm not doing anything tonight. I'll check Vivid Seats and see, and sometimes you can get tickets for 20, 30, $40.
Really? Are
Yeah,
you sure?
there was one time I went to go see Randy Rainbow, and I got tickets for, and I'm sorry, Randy Rainbow, but I got tickets for $8.
What is Randy Rainbow?
Randy Rainbow, he's the political comedian, and he does like the musical theater songs just about whoever he's complaining about. If he's doing Trump or whatever, and he'll
Oh,
do. Yeah, and he
oh,
is
okay.
extremely funny.
Okay. I'm
So
learning something new. I'm so excited.
yeah,
So,
you'll look him up because he's got hundreds of videos, and they're just a scream.
okay.
So
Well,
uh,
maybe you could find a TikTok and you can send it to me because we're very good at being
there's times I'm like, girl, how long have you been sitting here? I like I just woke up, and then all of a sudden the
classic.
sun's going down. I'm like, oh whoops.
I
I'm like, maybe I should shower.
I can't wait for the edit on that because you're like, you're in mid. Classic Ken. Classic Ken.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were you saying?
I can't remember. Um,
Squirrel. Oh no, we had a point. Do we have a point?
was it about Vivid Seats or Randy Rambo?
I don't
Anyway,
know. I thought
Vivid
we.
Seats is great because you can get
Okay.
some last minute tickets for like nothing. So instead of
Okay.
paying $150, you might be paying 60 or
Yes.
80. You know,
Okay.
but yeah,
I'm
check it out.
down. I'm
And then you
down
can
for
do
that.
that for anything. I mean, certain concerts, you know, sports things, you know, that kind of stuff.
Oh,
So,
sports things. Well, that's on our list. Truly.
well, well, I mean, the only time I was in Austin, because all right, then I screwed up my flight. When I screwed up my flight and I was there for an extra day instead of an extra 5 weeks,
An
um,
extra few weeks, because
yeah, whatever you. We'll tell that story in a little bit, but I was there for an extra day, and you and Jay were like, we made plans. We're going to a soccer game, and I'm like, that's cool. I'll do laundry.
We did have because okay, yes, because we have the stadium. It was brand new, and we
Right.
have a soccer team now in Austin. I guess it's a big deal. I don't even know. I had to go with a friend who plays soccer because I'm all like, why do those guys have different T-shirts on? Those are the refs, and I was like, well, why aren't they in black and white? Because if they were in black and white stripes, I'd know they were refs. And so it was just all very confusing. But
Ah,
but there's not a lot of, I mean, there's lots of action, but there's not a lot of scoring going on.
yeah.
Like like the end of the stadium has like the die-hard season fans, and they don't even put the seats down. They're like taped up so you cannot sit. So if you agree that you get these great end seats, you have to stand through the whole thing and wear your green verde, and they're doing their thing, and the drums are barreling, and it's like a whole, yeah.
Well, you have to talk to Shelly and her husband Greg because they are big soccer people, and
Mm.
we have a soccer team. I don't know what the name is. Um,
No, because when we were at brunch, remember you were watching on TV and you were asking if it was your team, and they're like, no, that's Manchester. Nice try.
so of course
They're in
I turn over.
England.
I'm like, hey, straight people, isn't that our team? They're like, no, that's Manchester.
No, nice try. I get it. Minneapolis,
But it was the same color.
Manchester.
It was a light blue. I will stand on this hill or die on this hill. No, I'll just stand. I'll just stand on the hill. I'm not going to
You'll
die on
just
this hill.
stand in it. Maybe you should kneel on it.
I can't. My knees are horrible. Oh,
Ball boy, help me up. Help me up here, please. Thank you.
I could lay down.
Crick, 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 crick.
Because I'm tired. Oh my god! So when we were in New York, there was the show called "Here Lies Love." Have you heard about this?
Okay.
Okay, this Harry Potter show.
No. Expound.
And it's a basically like a rock concert. Um, but
Oh wait, is this the
the
Filipino?
Filipino
Yes, and you stand through the whole thing. It does. I wanted to see that, except for I found out you have to stand through the whole thing, and then I went,
and I thought the same thing, and I was like, I'm either going to complain one way or the other. If I have to stand,
right?
I'm going to complain because I have to stand. And then if I
Yes.
sit down, because apparently, like in the balcony, there were seats. And
Oh, but then you're not going to see anything.
right, or
Yeah.
I'm just not going to have the same experience
Experience.
if I'm sitting down. So I'm like, no
The
matter what, I'm
plight of
not going
the
to be
old
happy.
person. Yes. Yeah.
But then I found out that the show's only 90 minutes. I'm like,
Oh. Well,
well,
you can do that.
yes.
Your shifts are longer than that.
But of course, I
Yeah.
found that out after I got back, and I was like, "You moron!"
Because that
And
does look very fun. Maybe that should be our goal. Let's go to New York and go see that.
it's closed.
Oh. Yes. Okay.
Nailed it.
Oh, well. Oh, but we did watch the Macy's Thanksgiving parade, of course, because
Oh,
that's
I
what you do while
started.
you're waiting for your
Yeah.
turkey to cook. And they did Shut, the musical about the corn, and it's going on tour. So it's on
Yeah,
my
that's going to
list
be here
now.
next year.
Yep, I'm all about that. That looked fabulous. So
Yeah. So I'm excited
very
for that. That'll be fun.
Midwestern. Yes. So
But, um, oh God, yeah. So yeah, lots of great theater.
okay.
I,
Well, that's a good.
all of a
I
sudden
was
I was like,
like, is he
thank
gonna
God,
say
derailed.
something? Nope.
I was like,
Okay, just
and
checking.
it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to close out our Thanksgiving, I have made myself a top whatever list. I don't know how many are there. One, two, three, four, five. Top five list
Oh,
of things I'm thankful for
okay.
since we just finished Thanksgiving. Okay. So number one, I am 50, but I have not had to pluck any chin hairs out yet.
Well done. Well done.
So thank you. Kudos to me. I'm excited about that. That's number five. Number four, people forgive me when I don't know the hip lingo. So I must still be acceptable to Gen Z because I'll try to use some of their hip lingo that we learned through our TikTok stuff, you
Right.
know, like that slaps. I think sometimes something slaps. Um,
I just slap a
so
bitch, and that's pretty much it.
so yeah, that's number
Okay.
four. My kid is in college and only does minimal therapy. So I've only scarred her a little.
If I spit out my
So,
wine, bitch, you would have been owing me money.
I mean, we we
I mean,
we
that is something to
raise
be proud of.
we raise our children, and I work really hard to. It's called Oprah had this thing, and it's actually from one of the Shalom in the Home guys, and it's how we try to heal our wound from womb to wound, wound to womb.
Girl.
We try to fix our childhood problems through our children, but yet our children don't have our problems. They have their own problems. So, way to go. You know, you've tried to fix something that wasn't even fucking broken.
Right.
But so I've tried to fix like things that were important to me. I've tried to give to her, which now she could give a rat's ass about, and she has her own issues of anxiety and depression. So, whatever. I tried.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well done.
Number four, uh, wait, or if you go backwards, number two, sorry, counting, it's hard. Okay. I have a few close friends still that put up with my shit, present company included, and
Oh.
I'm very grateful for that. So you did make the list. See how it
Oh.
was about you? Yeah. But I do appreciate that people still put up with my shit and I could still be friends. That's great.
Well, what is funny
And
is that
then, oh yes.
you had said just before, we get together quick and you're like, okay, should we talk about something, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, okay, well, I have my top three. And I was like, am I 3.5? And then now all of a sudden you have five. And I'm like, ha, ha.
Well, I went back and looked at my
I'm no
notes.
Jessica Fletcher. All right. I'm sorry.
Murder She
Enough,
Wrote. Yes.
enough
Okay.
about me. More about you. What do you think of me? All right.
Top one is I still have Republican friends even after that last election, but there's always a next election to probably end up pissing off everybody. and then have no one. Now, my uncle, bless his heart, I love him to death, but he had to block me on Facebook because he would get so angry about the things I posted. And so we don't he can't even see my stuff. He literally has blocked me. So he sees Jason's stuff, but not my stuff because it's obviously on Jason's side. But and then I have a couple friends from high school that are very Republican, and then I have some friends in the pageant world that are very Republican, and I love them dearly. And as long as they're middle of the road, because they have to realize I am liberal, but I'm 50, so I'm re fiscally Republican and socially liberal, you know. Just give all the gays and the women bodies rights, and I'm happy, you know. That's all I ask.
And
So.
I have quite a few Republican friends and family, and some have blocked me as well, or just unfriended me, um, which I think is unfortunate. But I have my one friend, uh, she had said something about like completely unprompted about like she just happened to mention me, and she was like, I'm extremely Republican. I was raised Republican, and blah 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 blah. But she's like, my friend Ken has mentioned quite a few things that have kind of opened my eyes to many things as to why, even though she may not agree,
Oh,
she under,
right.
she understands where I'm coming from. Instead of just saying you're wrong and I'm right, she's like, oh,
Exactly.
okay, that's why you
Yes.
feel that way, you know,
Right.
and so, which I always appreciate.
Nice. Right? I love that. Okay. Side note for next time, Ken. I think you have to wear your ear things
Oh, okay,
only because I think there's feedback with my voice because it's coming out of your phone and
okay,
now it's the microphone's picking it up and they probably I don't know what it's going to turn out like on the recording. They may have
okay.
heard it this whole time. They might not have, but I
All right.
have.
Well, it does let me know. We can always try it again tomorrow. But
No, that's fine because this is a work in progress, right?
exactly, yeah.
If we have to work super hard at this, God knows I'm out because this should be fun. I did
Amen.
I did not pick up a second job. We
Girl, I
picked
hear you
up
screaming
fun.
in my bad ear. I am not. No.
Fun.
No.
Plus, I just enjoy seeing your beautiful face.
Oh, you're so full of shit. Um. Yeah. 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 So yeah, I forgot about the earpiece. So yeah.
That's fine. It's all good. Anything
I,
you'd like to expound on for your thankfulness, Ken?
no. No. Um.
I'm thankful for me.
I'm thankful. I'm here. No. I mean, no.
Okay.
Just a mean old twat. I'm just always thankful for. I'm always thankful for the generosity of my friends and whether it's just support or just
You have great friends.
I do, I really do, and including you, and so I
Oh,
always
oh,
so incredibly grateful.
thank you. Wait. Let me get my speech out of my sleeve here. So,
I couldn't possibly sing another song. Um, maybe this last. Um,
TMG. Thank you.
but I mean, just so many fantastic things, and just always living and learning and laughing and but not loving. Um,
We have limits.
I told
I will
you,
live. I will learn.
I
I
will
don't.
learn, but I won't love. I'll bitch
No.
all the way through.
Boozing and bitching.
Boozing and bitching.
Okay. Well, until we do our next Christmas episode,
Yes.
yes, I think maybe we should do like a 12 days of Christmas, but instead it's a 12 days of Heather and Ken.
Oh, okay. I love it.
Let's work on that for the next episode. 12 days of Heather and Ken, and we'll
Let's work on that,
recount
but
some
not too
wonderful
much.
moments. Yes, again, yes, minimal
Just
effort. So,
beautiful.
okay, okay,
All right, my love.
perfect. Love you.
Love
Okay.
you. Mwah.